Special nigga. A round of applause for jokes so funny you might shit your drawers. Tearing down the stage, destroying the scene. Black got a routine that's so mean. How could a ratchet comedian perform at a church with a set so fresh, so clean? Versatile with a style that can't be touched. Any stage black on, he rips it up. The haters gonna hate, players gonna play. Black gon' clown their ass any fucking way. Check out the YouTube page for comedy and skits. Coming soon to a city near you. My nigga, BLAQ. What the fuck you gon' do? Laugh so hard you chip your fucking tooth. Black be on that funny shit like monkeys throwing circus poop.
I got a video of a monkey.
Black rosebud, you want them, he got them. No black rosebud, he clowning, got you laughing at. No black rosebud, you want them, he got them. No black rosebud, he clowning, got you laughing at. No black rosebud.
I don't know why it's not. Oh, it cut off. I don't know why my damn Dropbox ain't working so I can get my shots out for my special people who donated to my Cash app like Deborah Conley. I gotta get it on here. I don't know what they're doing on my page, but I gotta get it on here, Deborah. Deborah, if you listen, Deborah Cooney, if you're listening, I'm trying to get the thing on here so I can give you a shout out for your birthday donation that you gave me. Now, today is George Floyd Day, aka my fucking birthday. My birthday come first. I was here 44 motherfucking years before George Floyd decided to get his ass killed. This is my day. This is my day. I'm not celebrating no George Floyd anniversary. I'm not celebrating shit like that. I'm celebrating my day, May 25th, the day that the king was born. You feel me? But anyway, let me get into this show right here. Have you noticed, have anybody seen that
well, look, it's not going to be
look what happened in the chop zone. Is this thing
time at least?
Look what happened. This is not the chop zone. This is the George Floyd zone. First of all, they having a George Floyd celebration, and you know the news reporter there reporting on a nice sunny day in the ghetto, and then all of a sudden, some lady like, hey, stop fucking with me. I'm gonna get my brother on you. I'm gonna tell my brother. You know how women do. Brother, baby daddy, somebody. They can't call their daddy because most of them don't know their daddy. I know, trust me. I'm gonna call my brother. I'm gonna call my own boy or something. Then the dude came up there like, who messing with my sister? Who is fucking with my sister? Then all you heard is plaka, 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 plaka. White people scared, black people running, everything. Black dude showed up in the hospital. I don't know if he black, but whoever he was showed up at the hospital, shot. I don't know if he did it, but he shot. But all these shots, if the nigga got hit with a couple of these bullets, it sounds like he's not going to make it till tomorrow. Is if he got hit with some of these bullets. Look how many shots he do.
According to the timeline that the White House and U.S. President Joe Biden had, they wanted this bill of comprehensive police reform to be...
He's still reporting.
Just got to be careful here with some gunshots. Excuse us.
That sounds like some get back.
Sounds like gunshots. I'll let you know what this is.
Look at this white dude. He don't give a fuck.
These seem to be gunshots.
Look, they running through the bullets. Or running from him. I don't know. One of them is like an athlete. That nigga should try for the Olympics. Look. I don't know if they running to the shooting or running away from the shooting. She walking. He don't give a fuck. He ain't hide behind their car. Look at this. Look. Watch the dude. He late. This dude late.
And U.S. President Joe Biden had. They wanted this bill of comprehensive police reform.
He's scared. Look, this one's scared right here. This white person, he just turned around like, what the fuck is these niggas doing now? Sons of bitches. I came here for the George Floyd protest, and this is what I fucking get. I fucking get shot at. He don't even see it. He don't know what the fuck is going on. He's not aware of his surroundings. He can get shot. White people, this is how you get shot. You can't go around in the ghetto acting like gunshots don't happen. You can't walk around in the middle of the street. I don't give a fuck if you're reporting the news, you're ordering news, you're the police. You have to be on P's and Q's when you go to the black people neighborhood in the ghetto because your ass might get shot. It's high violence, high crime. Just because your ass there don't mean niggas ain't shooting. Your ass can get hit with a straight bullet too. I'm just saying.
To be...
Look at him. He turned around like, look, okay, he finished in, but he still got his hands folded. He's looking at it. White people, let me tell you something else. You can't be nosy. Like this dude, he hung around some black people because he are in the ghetto, because he know the routine. He hopped his ass behind a car and took cover. This dude right here walking with his hand folded, looking at the action.
It sounds like gunshots. I'll let you know what this is. These seem to be gunshots.
He said it sounds like gunshots. Nigga, you are in the ghetto. It is gunshots. Ain't too many firecrackers sounding like that. Blah, 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 blah. We got fireworks. You got to know the difference between a firework and a gunshot. You are in the ghetto.
Shit, where is that? We're okay.
They still shooting. What did that nigga have? That was not a handgun. And it seems like, and it sounds like shots were fired back. Look at him. He don't know where to go. He don't look. He don't know whether to look, run, duck, hide. He don't know what the fuck he want to do. He walking the dog. Look at this.
For the third time.
Look. Now we know it's all kind of violence going on in the city of Minnesota, right? Now, they got a George Floyd Day in Minnesota right now. George Floyd Memorial about a black man getting killed by the police. It's a memorial, right? And Al Sharpton was there today. Benjamin Crumb was there today. But nobody in Minnesota thought to go to the kids' hospital and visit these kids right here.
In less than 3 weeks, a child is shot in the head in North Minneapolis. The most recent victim is 6-year-old Anaya. She was shot last night while riding in a vehicle near 36th and Penn Avenues North. Saturday night, 9-year-old Trinity Smith was shot while jumping on a trampoline near 22nd and Ilion Avenues North. And April 30th, 10-year-old Ladavian Garrett Jr. was shot while riding in the back of his parents' car near 34th and Morgan Avenues North.
None of them was over 10 years old. 3 kids died in 3 kids shot in their head. These are all head shots in less than a month. And Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton, CNN, no black activists, no Black Lives Matter, and Barack Obama, nobody saying nothing. In the same city George Floyd got killed at. The same city that the Black Lives Matter is in right now, holding protests and rallying memorials. Nobody is going to think to go to the hospital and visit these kids or do anything for these kids right here. Everything is about George Floyd because they can pass a bill with George Floyd. Don't you think you can pass? Don't you think people have more sympathy if you pass a bill to protect kids? Huh? What about anybody who shoot a motherfucking kid in an act of a crime get the death penalty? Extra time. Something. There's no law. There's no law written in the book saying if you harm a kid, you will be treated differently with extra special circumstances. But no, they want to make it if the police choke you out, then you can sue. But let these little kids, no special circumstances, nothing to deter these grown-ass men doing drive-by shooting these kids in the fucking head, nothing to deter that. But Black Lives Matter, if you're the police, you fuck with a black man, we gonna come march, knock down your doors, burn up your buildings, burn up your city, beat people's ass, fuck up all the white people in your neighborhood if you fuck with us and you a cop. But if you're a black dude and you shoot a baby, we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna ignore it. Is this what I'm supposed to support? Is this what Black Lives Matter is about? Is this the movement? Is this what y'all was marching for today and ignoring these kids? Y'all was marching for a grown-ass man that robbed a pregnant girl, went to prison, ain't got no recent pictures with his fucking kids. The most recent picture of anybody got with his daughter is with a nigga from the basketball player, Steven Jackson, was carrying his daughter on his shoulders. Other than that, George Floyd ain't got no connection with his motherfucking daughter. And all of a sudden, Joe Biden on there, oh, she's a lovely young girl. She's this, she's that. Well, you should have told George Floyd that when he was alive so he could have took care of her. The baby wasn't nowhere around George Floyd. He wasn't no good father, no good role model, or none of that shit. Google it. Here you go. Google George Floyd with a picture with his daughter. The only one we had was you was firstborn. Everybody got those. There was no recent connection with George Floyd and his daughter. So stop putting that he was a good father up. But you ignore these kids. These kids are forgotten. These kids don't exist. Trump planning to win the vote. Is ready to resign. Oh shit. They said Donald Trump is ready to come back to president because Joe Biden is ready to resign. He should resign with his old dumb ass. But look, I want to get into the Wuhan. I want to get into the Wuhan. Let me see something right quick. I want to get into the Wuhan. Let me see this thing. The video finished loading right quick. Because that's why I want to get into the Wuhan right quick. Let me get into the Wuhan. All right, here we go. See if that video downloaded yet. See if that video downloaded yet. The Wuhan. Wuhan. I got you all to check. And to break your neck. Wuhan. I got you all to check. I guess. Oh, I got to go to what's it called? But I want to show you about the Wuhan. You know, Donald Trump has been telling us about the Wuhan for the longest. But people don't want to believe Donald Trump when he's telling us the truth. People think Donald Trump is crazy when he's telling us the truth. Huh? People don't want to believe it. But if you're smart, you will believe it. If you had any kind of common sense, you would believe Donald Trump. Hold on. Here we go right here.
3 million people have died from this pandemic, and that should cause us to explore all possibilities.
What the hell?
And that should cause us to explore all possibilities.
The fact that the Biden administration will not confront them on the origins of this and hold them accountable is really disrespectful to every American that lost a loved one as a result of the worst pandemic of our lifetime.
With 589,920 dead Americans, at what point does President Biden say, we don't want to wait for the WHO. We don't know what they're doing. This needs to be an American-led effort to get to the bottom of what happened.
There's been an intensive effort.
Why is Joe Biden so scared to get to the bottom of where coronavirus originated from? Donald Trump wasn't scared. He told you over a year ago where it came from. Then you heard all the people, Nancy Pelosi, going downtown San Francisco talking about don't blame it on them. You got the Chinese president talking about it was American troops that brought it over. You got people saying that it came over in meat and bat meat and shit like that. You said people said it was a fucking war machine or something. What you call that shit? A nuclear war or whatever. Yeah, bacteria. You know, they said all kind of shit. So why do Joe Biden don't want to know where this origins come from? Because if you figure out where the origins come from, you have a better way of knowing how to treat it, cure it, and see how it evolves. How you got all these different variations, how it variated, all of those shit. You can do all of that if you understand where it came from. And if it was leaked out of a lab, that's even worse. That's even where I mean somebody responsible for this shit. But all this saying right now, all this stuff Donald Trump was saying about Wuhan and all this old shit, now they starting to believe it. It's not they started to believe it. They been knew about this shit, but they couldn't give Donald Trump the credit. They couldn't say, you know what, Trump is right. This is where it came from. This is how it was invented. This is how dangerous it is. This is how everything. They had to overdo everything. They had to make it seem like, since Trump said it happened over there, that it was racist, xenophobia. Oh, Donald Trump said it happened over there. He banned travel from China and all this old shit. Oh, he's a racist. But now all this shit's starting to come back. Maybe it did come out of a Wuhan lab.
By those on the right to advance a theory about COVID's origins from a lab called the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China. This notion, called the lab leak hypothesis by some, is not, I gotta say, it's not completely insane.
Oh, now it's not completely insane. No, how insane is it then? Is it a little bit insane? It's not all the way insane. It's just somewhat not too much insane. Like, it's a little bit insane. Either he's right or he's wrong. There's no kind of in between about it. Either the motherfucker came from the lab or it didn't. It's not all the way kind of insane.
Yeah, we have people looking at it very, very strongly. Scientific people, intelligence people, and others.
And what gives you?
We're going to put it all together. I think we're going to have a very good answer eventually.
And what gives you?
And China might even tell us. China may tell us.
China ain't going to tell us under Joe Biden. Donald Trump had people looking into this. He told us where it came from. We already knew. We knew where it came from last year. How is it that Joe Biden is damn near 6 months into his presidency and he still ain't knowing or telling us where it came from or the origin or telling us he's sending people over there to find out how the coronavirus started? Donald Trump trying to send motherfuckers over there. Joe Biden pulling motherfuckers out. How? How is he protecting his country and the thing he called a war on the United States, a war on America? This problem with coronavirus was a war on America, and he's not going to try to find out the origins of this war? You're going to let it slide? What happened to Joe Biden said he was going to cure cancer? Remember that? Oh, if I get into the White House, I'm going to cure cancer. And then it was like, then cancer turned into coronavirus. They couldn't run with that cancer shit no more, so they went with coronavirus. Oh shit, we got an actual disease out there that's killing people. I ain't got to run it on cancer no more. Oh yeah, I'm with that. Because if you look up Joe Biden's old videos, he was talking about curing cancer before he was talking about coronavirus. Now cancer is off the motherfucking table. And cancer killed more motherfuckers than coronavirus. Joe. But Trump told you.
And what gives you a high degree of confidence that this originated from the Wuhan Institute of Virology?
I can't tell you that.
Huh? He can't tell you that. He was telling you last year. He telling you what institute it came from and everything. He wasn't playing. Donald Trump wasn't playing.
And China might even tell us. China may tell us.
And what gives you a high degree of confidence that this originated from the Wuhan Institute of Virology?
I can't tell you that. I'm not allowed to tell you that.
Top secret, nigga. Just understand, I know. But the fake news and the Democrats, they took his words and say, oh, this is racist. He's blaming China. He's causing division. He's making people hate Chinese people. He's making people hate Asians by this rhetoric blaming China. He didn't say the motherfucking Chinese people in America started. He said the lab in Wuhan started. Way in China. It had nothing to do with the Chinese or Asian Americans over here. Nothing. He was talking about the country and all these scientists coming up missing every time they talk about it over there in China. These the press coming up missing when they talk about it over there in China. He's talking about that country, not the people over here.
Though we do not really have any actual, direct, concrete evidence for it being the case. But the idea, as reflected in the reporting from the Wall Street Journal yesterday, is that some employees of the Wuhan Institute, a place that studies these kinds of viruses, right? Viruses in animals, ones that cross over to humans, that some of those folks were hospitalized in the fall of 2019, which would be very, very early in the development of the epidemic, with COVID-like symptoms. Now, because that lab was studying coronaviruses in animals that might cross over to humans, as had happened in other cases, in SARS, for instance, the theory is that if through a tragic accident, right, one of those employees, this is not a bioweapons lab, right? These are like public health workers who are trying to get their arms around this, that one of those employees ended up contracting one of those animal-borne viruses in that lab, then maybe they are the vector by which it was released into the general population.
So why Joe Biden couldn't, why y'all couldn't trust Donald Trump when Donald Trump said that over a year ago? You mean to tell me y'all just now reporting on this shit and it's been over a year? And y'all just now saying it's a possibility it may come from a Wuhan lab after y'all done gave us all kind of all kind of different scenarios of where it came from and then told us don't worry about where it came from? You're not even holding the person responsible. You're not even holding China responsible, and they're lying to us. Donald Trump been saying lying to us. They lied about the numbers. We can't trust China. We don't know what the fuck they've been up to. Donald Trump been saying this. But you motherfuckers say, oh, Donald Trump racist. You're scaring off our allies. Since when China has been our ally? Since when we are not allowed to talk about China like a fucking dog? If you go look at Chinese kids and ask them who they want to kill, they're going to say some Americans. So why we can't talk about China like China talk about us? And if we do it, it's racist. Donald Trump do it, it's racist. So we're going to leave them alone. We're going to let them do all the shit they want to do. Spread shit over here. Coronavirus, all kind of shit. Taking over territory. Stealing our information. All of that, and we're just not going to call them what they are, because that would be wrong and racist. Donald Trump called it like he is. Them motherfuckers thieves. They stealing this. Don't trust TikTok. TikTok is Chinese spies. You're giving them all your information. He giving you the rundown, but guess what we doing? We still believing. I mean, not we, but these motherfuckers still out here believing what the Democrats saying. Donald Trump is racist. All the shit Donald Trump saying is racist. How?
And would then go on to become COVID-19. Now, as I said, there are some suggestive data points like this new Wall Street Journal reporting that makes it at least plausible.
But I'll have a call with President Xi of China. Very good relationship. No, I didn't like when they came up, and it wasn't him. Somebody at a lower level, mid-level, we found out pretty much. But they made a statement that our soldiers brought it into China. No, it came from China.
Huh? That was racist. It came from China. That's point simple. It's a simple. Ain't too many places it could have originated from. Donald Trump was on this shit for over a year. Now you mean to tell me y'all are just now coming on board about it's coming from a Wuhan lab? So Donald Trump was right on when the vaccine was coming out, where it originated from, the therapeutics. I mean, he was right on basically everything he said. And and y'all calling Donald Trump an idiot? Y'all saying he's hiding shit from the American people? Look, they say black people is the worst people affected with coronavirus, right? So you mean to tell me there's more black people in America that die from coronavirus than motherfucking Indians? You do call Indians in India Indians, right? The people from India. And they just got hit with the worst motherfucking pandemic thing and spices going up. You mean to tell me that it only affects black people in America, but in other countries it affects the whole country? Coronavirus don't give a fuck about where you from. If this is the case, it don't give a fuck about where you come from. Because I'm pretty sure it's not just killing black people in India. I'm pretty sure it's not just killing black people in Turkey, Saudi Arabia, whatever the fuck. I'm pretty sure it's not just looking for black people and they're the worst hit. The whole Indian country is the fucking worst hit. Huh? It attacks the country, the whole country. It don't look for certain races. If that's the case, the whole motherfucking world would be safe if it only affected black people the most. Think about what they're saying. oh, this disease is only affecting black people the most. Why is it fucking people up in other countries then? White, black, green, brown, orange, every other country is fucking other people up. But over here is the people of color is the worst to get it. How? Where these numbers at? I want to know.
Soldiers brought it into China. No, it came from China. And, you know, we just signed a very big deal with China. They're paying us a lot of money and taking advantage of the United States until I came.
Impossible. There was some early speculation that it was like a bioweapon, but that's just implausible. The genomic sequencing tells us it's not, okay? But in terms of where it started, did it start in a market, in a food market, among some animals there, or in this virology lab? The World Health Organization said no hypothesis is off the table. The real answer is we really just do not know concretely.
Well, why don't we investigate? Why don't Joe Biden investigate the coronavirus now? Because now it's not about coronavirus. It's about racism. It's about votes and IDs and police reform. It's not about coronavirus no more. He already so-called won on that.
A bunch of reasons, partly because the Chinese government is not exactly like touring everyone through the origins of this thing. But it's all kind of indicative of this strange narrative-first approach of so much of the conservative media's coverage of the virus in the beginning. I mean, since January of last year, right, we've seen these bizarre twists and turns in the...
We saw bizarre twists and turns, all right, from you sons of bitches. Let me get back to this other video. Where we at? We all saw the shit. Baka, 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 baka. They shot the shit out of the George Floyd protests. Here we go. Kids dying. Okay, here we go. Don Dick sucking lemon. Don Dick sucking lemon. Go ahead. Play, damn it.
Barrett Jr. was shot while riding in the back of his parents' car.
Won't say whether he has...
Morgan Avenues North.
Now, cancel culture, right? LeBron James is not telling whether he got vaccinated or not, right? And he went to a party, unmasked, whatever, like Gavin Newsom and the other bitch from Minnesota, not Minnesota, Michigan, without the mask, sitting at dinner tables. She done got caught a couple of times and things like that. And this is another thing as do as I say and not as I do. Now, this is about Stephen A. Smith and this gay motherfucker talking about LeBron James not saying something about his vaccine. Now, this is the thing about cancel culture. LeBron James was canceling motherfuckers and all the protests and all against all the cops and things like that. But this goes to show you, LeBron James, no matter how much money you get, and you're a Democrat, you gonna still be a nigga. And they're gonna teach you that you still a nigga, because as soon as you step out of line and you step out of the box and you do something that they don't agree with, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna send these other niggas at you. They're not gonna say it themselves. They're gonna send some niggas at you. Look what LeBron doing. He's putting us in jeopardy. He's doing this. They're gonna send some more house niggas at you. Because you already sold your soul. You spoke up and you told them you are with them. You are with the movement. You're about this. You're about that. You're with the social justice. You're with the Black Lives Matter. You're with the equality. You hate Donald Trump. You want to end racism. You with all of that left shit. But as soon as you don't do something that they say, they tell you to do, guess what? You the next nigga gonna get blackballed.
Basketball superstar LeBron James won't say whether he has received or will receive the coronavirus vaccine.
Anything that I do off the floor is predicated to my family.
Everything you do on the floor is predicated to your family, right? But when you go outside the box and you do things for social justice, what's that supposed to be predicated to us? I understand you do things for your family because we all supposed to do things for our family. I do this comedy thing for my family, so we all supposed to do things for our family. That's nothing new. But he's keeping it 100. And liberals don't like to hear this shit. Liberals don't like to hear about me. They like to hear about us. It's not about taking care of my family. It's about taking care of everybody's family.
You know, for the majority, I mean, for 99.9% of that. So, you know, it's about the health and safety of my family. And that's what it came down to. Me being available to my teammates on the floors, me taking care of my body.
Him taking care of his body. He's not saying if he took the vaccine or not. That's none of your business. But certain people are not taking, I ain't supposed to say that because, you know. But certain people ain't drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm going to say that. Certain people ain't drinking the Kool-Aid before the YouTube police come and say, you know what, nigga, you can't talk about that. But, you know, everybody's saying that allegedly, you know what I'm saying, that the soda is not working. The Kool-Aid is not working.
Do you mind me asking if you're confirming that you did get the vaccine?
Hell no! Look how he look. Do that look like the face of a nigga who went and got it? Can't you tell by his arm? I mean, he's sitting up there asshole naked. You don't see no red marks. You don't see none of that shit. It's like when you get this shit, you be sleepy, you go to bed, you got a mark, you got band-aids. He there naked in front of you motherfuckers every day. So you should know if he got it. Look at his arm. See if it's any needle marks, bumps, lumps, or anything.
It's not a big deal.
But to many, it is a very big deal.
Oh, to many, it is a very big deal. To who? The liberals? To the liberals, it's a very big deal. We don't give a fuck. Conservatives don't give a fuck. We think you have the freedom to do what the fuck you want to do with your body. Do what you want to do. We don't give a fuck. That's your body. You have the freedom to do what you want. But who really cares about what you do with your body? Huh? You mean to tell me it's my choice, it's a woman's choice to kill a baby, but it can't be my choice not to take the Kool-Aid? You give them the freedom of choice to kill babies in their body. You know what? You give you the freedom to kill that baby. And they go anywhere they want to in the world. As murderers. Go ahead, kill it. You have that right. You have that right, because if you feel that that baby is going to harm your health, you are able to do something to it. Right? So they're not protecting that baby rights, but they want me to wear a mask and protect the same woman who just killed the baby life. She didn't protect the life, but you want me to protect her life. How that makes sense? Huh? If it's about saving lives, why we can't save baby lives? Huh? Why we can't allow them to grow up and be able to possibly wear masks? So people have a problem with LeBron James not getting vaccinated. And I guarantee you, and I fucking guarantee you, not 1% of them motherfuckers is Republican. It's probably a couple of Republicans like, you know what, LeBron ought to say that, you know, but I bet you 99% of conservatives and Republicans don't give a fuck if LeBron James get vaccinated or not. It's not our business. We don't give a fuck if you take the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, so John, the public health guidance on this is crystal clear.
And they got old Ron Paul, right? Ron Paul say, hey man, I got the Kool-Aid and we got the potato chips. I ate the potato chips already. I don't need to drink no soda. No way, we're gonna say, no, this is called we're gonna say Gatorade and soda. Gatorade and Kool-Aid. That sounds better. Rand Paul said, hey, I already got Gatorade. I don't need no motherfucking Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? If I got Gatorade, why the fuck am I taking the Kool-Aid? Because you told me the Gatorade was cool. You told me my body was cool with the Gatorade. So if my body was cool with the Gatorade, why am I drinking Kool-Aid? It don't make no sense. I'm gonna say. So you saying? Wait a minute. First, you gonna say? I know you're gonna say. You're gonna say, well, we haven't ran no tests to see how long the Gatorade lasts in your body. Well, hold on. You ain't done no clinical trial to see how long the Kool-Aid lasts in my body either. So both of them is experimental shit. Let me be part of this experiment to see how long this motherfucker lasts, and somebody else can be part of the other experiment. Since we doing test runs, let me see how long I can last without drinking fucking Gatorade. I mean, without drinking Kool-Aid with this Gatorade in my body. Let me see how long I can last. And if I don't last, then I'm part of the trial that didn't last. Write me up as a stat. But if I do survive, guess what? We have some different things going on, and guess what? I'm a success story, and other people can be like me, and maybe we can get to herd immunity a little faster. Because guess what? I got it, ain't nothing happened to me. I ain't been wearing no mask. I ain't been doing shit. I ain't retracted. I ain't done shit. And I ain't got it. So run the trial on me.
Even if someone has already had COVID-19 and recovered, like Rand Paul, they should be vaccinated.
Until they show me the evidence that people who've already had the infection are dying in large numbers or being hospitalized or getting very sick, I've just made my own personal decision that I'm not getting vaccinated because I've already had the disease and I have natural immunity.
Natural, right? What about natural? I mean, Rand Paul, last time I checked, was a fucking doctor. It's other fucking doctors that are saying that it's possible that your antibodies will be able to cover this, right? So what make one doctor decision or fucking when he come up with his synopsis or whatever you want to call it, what makes his better than any other doctors? It's other doctors study this shit. And it's not really the doctors that are pushing this. It's politics pushing this. This is not backed by any medical science. It's not backed by any medical science. It hasn't been long enough. It's only been the most 6 months. Not even a year yet. There has not been no clinical run. So when you say, this is going to work and this is not going to work, you don't know yet. You're still learning on the fly. So why the fuck you want to drink everybody to drink Kool-Aid and you don't even know if the Kool-Aid work? You still doing trials. You don't know who the Kool-Aid work on and who the Kool-Aid don't work on. At least find that out first. Then try to do it to motherfuckers. Don't say everybody got to drink the Kool-Aid. That's the same thing Jim Jones said. Guess what? Everybody drink this motherfucking Kool-Aid or else. You don't drink this motherfucking Kool-Aid or else. And the motherfuckers wasn't drinking Kool-Aid, they was getting shot. Pow! And your baby gonna drink the Kool-Aid. Everybody drink the Kool-Aid. It's good for you. He convinced the motherfucker, I love you. I wouldn't lie to you. We're going to a better place. Drink the Kool-Aid. They done it.
Now, the reason for this is also quite clear. As you said, we don't yet know exactly how long immunity lasts after infection.
Y'all don't know how long it lasts, but you want to tell me that you an expert on this shit? And y'all still doing studies on this shit? And you an expert? Like, you don't know how long it lasts, but you telling me what the fuck to take. I can have the antibodies. And I'm still taking this shit? Then I'll have to get a booster Kool-Aid shot? You know what? You have to get some booster Kool-Aid up in you. You have to get the cherry cola with the ice and the Hennessy up in the Kool-Aid. Like, I don't want no Hennessy in my Kool-Aid. Nigga, you don't need this Hennessy in your Kool-Aid, nigga, every year to make the Kool-Aid stronger. You want to get drunk, don't you? Yeah, I'm already drunk. I thought the Kool-Aid was enough. No, nigga, you need Hennessy in the Kool-Aid every year. Think about it. You get to get drunk every year, and you get to build up, and you get drunker and drunker and drunker. We don't know how much it's going to build up in your ass, but by the end of this shit, because we don't know if it leaves. We know it goes in, but we don't know if it comes out. Do you piss it out? How does it come out? Does it ever come out? It's in your, where does the Kool-Aid go forever? What you mean? It's forever? Like usually when I go to the doctor and I get something, I get it and I can drink water and exercise and sweat and piss it out and all kind of stuff. You mean to tell me I can't piss this shit out? What the fuck is this? You mean to tell me if I drink this motherfucking Kool-Aid, you're gonna be able to test me 6 months down the motherfucking line and tell me I still drunk the Kool-Aid and I'm still drunk? Nigga, what kind of fucking Kool-Aid is this? I don't want this Kool-Aid. Wait a minute. You're gonna be able to test me next year and say if I got the Kool-Aid for my shit? Where did the Kool-Aid go? Like, is it a Kool-Aid testing center in my body? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? This is the Kool-Aid testing center right here. So this is where the Kool-Aid is at. Like, you can draw blood out of my toe until I done took the Kool-Aid. How is that? Think about it, y'all. Where the fuck did this shit go? You can't piss it out. Motherfucker, you can't cut it out. It's in you. You mean this? I'm connected to this motherfucker? Look, I gotta get a flu shot every year. I guess the flu shot wear off. It pisses off or something. So if this motherfucker wears off, you mean to tell me I gotta get another one? Nigga, that's crazy. You know what? Kiss my ass. I'm out of here. Who up in here? Love America. You hear that? Love America? We're going to fail the drug test. We can look. Love America. We're going to fail the drug test because we're not on the drugs. Ain't that a bitch? Now they're going to drug test you to find out is you on drugs. Like, hold on, my nigga. Is you on drugs? Like, no. Well, you can't come up in here. What do you mean? I can't come up in here. We didn't test you and see if you on drugs. If you on drugs, you can get on this plane. If you on drugs, you can come in this grocery store. If you on drugs, you can come in this ball game. But if you ain't high on this shit, guess what? You can't do shit. You can't even come on this bus no more. If your kids ain't high, you can't. Don't send your kids to school. Love America, you're gonna get a drug test to see if you're drugs. Ain't that a bitch? Woo! Trump Paul 2024, bet on it. I think Trump DeSantos, Richard. I think it's gonna be Trump DeSantos. Oh, and did they forget to mention all the ferrets and the tested with these Kool-Aids all over the purse, but knock yourself to be a guinea pig for a corrupt system. Woo! It's not. This system is not corrupt. It's racist. It's not corrupt. That's what they say. It's systematically racist. It's not corrupt. That's exactly why the side of the vaccine bottle, I meant Kool-Aid bottle, it says warning, experimental use only. Remember them Kool-Aid bottles is not good. They are insane. Mark X, left them don't have a brain. Don't. Kool-Aid, AKA control. You damn right. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, y'all. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Hey, Monica Lisa, my longtime partner, be me on Instagram. Very, very beautiful woman. Where is Black Barbie at? I saw her up in here earlier. And I know where's she at up in. Sergeant Mode always up in this. Yeah. Sergeant Mode always up in here. You should have came out. We should have turned on. And I know Beth Roberts is somewhere in this chat. Beth Roberts is somewhere in this chat. That's the executive producer of the whole show. Beth Roberts is executive producer. Here we go.
And the duration likely differs from person to person. Again, all of us have different immune systems.
You know, in a free country, you would think people would.
All of us got different immune systems. So some people is going to have to get extra Kool-Aid in their system because their immune system is not strong enough to handle the Gatorade or the regular Kool-Aid. So they'll have to get reoccurring gallons of Kool-Aid and drink the motherfuckers with extra sugar. You feel what I'm saying? Kool-Aid is going to be the key because your system is not like LeBron James' system. So y'all have two different kind of chemical makeups. He don't need as much as you do because I don't know what he do. But think about this. You're going to be tested to see if you got it. That's crazy. And they're going to keep pumping it in you, keep pumping it up in you. Because you keep needing it, because they say, you don't know when the next such and such is coming. They saying get ready for it. In the next 3 or 4 years, because you know who is seeing how shit is happening, and now they know how to kill Americans. You mean to tell me we can do this? Somebody told me about I forgot. It was a scientist over in Africa. I forgot what he told me to look up. And he had a biochemical weapon that he was going to place in the water and kill millions of Africans. And the thing wasn't, it was like 2 milliliters or some shit like that. It was like a drop of liquid he was going to put up there and poison everybody. I mean, this was like, this shit is happening right now before this shit was happening right now. It was way back in like a couple of years ago. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot the name of the experiment, but somebody told me to look it up, and I done a little thing on it. I couldn't compare it because they would have flagged my page. So I forgot the name of that, but if you in here, you want to put that information up again about that African dude who was about to kill the shit out of some Africans with the Kool-Aid in the water. That shit was crazy. Do anybody know that dude's name? Say Amcrack. It wasn't Amcrack. The 10 herd immunity. Is that what it is? The 10 herd immunity? That don't sound like it. They wanted to have a black president to tell us about America is racist. Exactly. A black president to tell us how America is racist. And I'll be telling white people, how you gonna tell me how I'm supposed to feel about racism? Right? If I tell you I never felt racism before, how you gonna tell me the system is racist towards me? I knew the mistakes I made when I was younger, gangbanging, selling drugs, doing all that other stuff, going back and forth to jail. I had the same options as my friends down the street had, who went to school, done that, went to the army, went to college, living successful, doctor, lawyer, whatever the fuck he is. I had friends on my block that had the same opportunities I had. You know what I'm saying? But they chose a different route. They chose to come home and go in the house and do the schoolwork. While I decided to go home and put the schoolwork up and go outside and serve some drugs. See, the thing was, right, in our community, and I understood, like me, we want it right now. While some people are taught to be patient and get it later. We want it right now. We want the Jordans right now, high school. We want to drive when we in high school. We want to look fresh. We want the jewelry. We want everything right now. Why we don't have the patience to wait till later. We don't have the patience to go through 4 years of college and go through books and classes and waking up early and getting jobs and all that other stuff, right? We don't have time for that, right? But on the other hand, we use the same energy to wake our ass up, go ride bikes and drive cars or meet crackheads or whatever we got to do. We put the dodge police. We put the same amount of energy into selling drugs as a student at school will put into going to school, because we want the right now and the other student want the then later. You know what I'm saying? So we put the same energy into something successful, it'd be a lot more successful people. But the thing is, we're not seeing no results right now. And that's what fucks us up. If I would have knew I was going to see results later, and I didn't need the results right now, I didn't need the results in high school, because high school flashing wasn't shit. Getting out of high school, 19, 20 years old, trying to drive, that didn't really mean shit. Didn't nobody teach me that. But if that's all I got in my neighborhood, he getting him some pussy because all the girls like him because he got a car. Or he's not getting his ass whooped because guess what? He got homeboys. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta walk to school and go through this gang shit because guess what? He got a car. So you have to get all these things to keep up with the Joneses for survival. Because if you live in a certain neighborhood and even if you don't gangbang, you can get your ass whooped. Right? So you want somebody to protect you. You want homeboys to either go back and whoop their ass or protect you from getting your ass whooped before that shit happens. And it's crazy because some people go to the army to protect their country and some people go join a gang to protect their neighborhood. It's a difference in mentality. You'll die for a street, but you won't die for your country. It's a difference in mentality when we're taught. And I was the same way. I would have died from my street game, but I wouldn't have went to the army and died for my country. And reap the rewards and reap the benefits and leave something for my family if it did happen. I have never seen any gang member or any gang member family receive $1 million check after he got shot in the drive-by. Like they came home like, here go $1 million check. You know what I'm saying? Because yo, little Pookie was so gangster out there and shot so many people out there, we had to give him this retirement check to the family. He sold all this dope, he put all these people on, so we're going to give you this retirement check like the army give the family a check. We're going to come here monthly and give you $10,000 because your son was that much of a thug. It don't happen. Back to this.
Honor, the idea that each individual would get to make their medical decisions, that it wouldn't be Big Brother coming in telling me, what I have to do. Are they going to also tell me I can't have a cheeseburger for lunch?
Hell yeah, if you leave it up to the Democrats, they're going to tell you that. They're already telling you what you can eat, what you can drink, what you can drive, what you can work. Huh? They tell you all that, what you should join, where you can protest, what group you can be in, what groups you can't be in, because you wear a mask. They already tell you everything. Next is they're going to try to control what you eat.
He's dead right on the last part. Individual choice, especially he has a libertarian streak in his politics and his personal philosophy. However, he's also a doctor and a senator and a leader at a time when people are looking to influencers for clues about what to do.
That when you have
we ain't looking towards this fool. We sure can. We sure can't look towards this fool because he's wrong or a fucking liar or fucking stupid. It's one of them. It can't be nothing else. He's wrong, he's a liar, he's fucking stupid.
Anybody present, it very likely indicates a degree of protection. I think it's in the semantics of how this is expressed. When you say, has it been formally proven by long-term natural history studies, which is the only way that you can prove, one, is it protective, which I said and would repeat, is likely that it is, but also, what is the degree or titer of antibody that gives you that critical level of protection, and what is the durability?
What? See, they still run the test on antibodies, right? But just a couple of months ago, they were saying that people with antibodies can give blood to other people, give plasma to other people, and they can use that blood that has the antibodies in it and help them cure themselves through antibodies. Now you're telling me all of a sudden antibodies not good anymore? When did this come up? When did this come about? Are we still doing tests on it? If you're still doing tests on it, why the fuck is you gonna give me somebody else's blood if you're still doing tests on this shit?
Rand Paul's recovered from COVID-19. It is possible, though thankfully to date quite rare, that he could get reinfected. And the rate of reinfection may increase over time.
May. Do you see how he say he may get infected and it may increase over time, but then again, he may not. Have you forgotten Rand Paul is a fucking doctor too?
Especially as immunity wanes, and more importantly, with the emergence of some of these variant strains.
Huh? Now you need to get it because it's extra Kool-Aid out there. And this dude sitting up here talking about these things are good. And antibodies are fucking good. They're good for you. Kool-Aid is good for you. I mean, Gatorade is good for you. Keep mixing up Gatorade Kool-Aid.
Importantly, monoclonal antibodies. Monoclonal antibodies are very precise bullets that you have by developing from a person who's been infected or vaccinated, making antibodies, clone their B cells, and give it to people early on. You can do it as an outpatient. You can do it as an inpatient.
So now you're telling clone the antibodies and give it to other patients so they can be cured. Now all of a sudden, since Rand Paul done it, it ain't no good no more because he may do this and he may do that, so you need to hurry up and get it. Now, which one is it? Say the antibodies work And what if I get the Kool-Aid? So now I can't give the blood no more because guess what? People that are vaccinated, I don't think they can give blood no more because I think that blood is people. I didn't say that. Scratch that. That was somebody else who said that on TV. What I meant to say is people who drink Kool-Aid, right, shouldn't throw up. They can't throw up no more because the throw up is nasty now. You know what I'm saying? You got all kind of shit up in your throw up now. You know what I'm saying? You can't throw up at nobody party no more. So if you drink Kool-Aid at a party and you throw up, ain't nobody gonna clean it up because it's all kind of shit up in your throw up and don't nobody want it. You get where I'm coming from? You can't do it no more. Because what if I don't drink Kool-Aid? You can't give me your Kool-Aid. I don't want to drink your Kool-Aid. Because now if I drink your Kool-Aid, guess what? Now I got Kool-Aid. So now if you go to the store, we don't want to buy no Kool-Aid from you. We don't want to buy no boxes from you. We don't buy your Kool-Aid no more because we can't use your brand of Kool-Aid no more. Because now it's something inside your Kool-Aid that we can't sell. Think about it. It's something in the Kool-Aid that we can't sell. So you can take your ass out of there. What happened? Oh, he was in a car accident. He needed to get a blood transfusion. He needed to do this. What happened? He's been drinking too much Kool-Aid. That person got diabetes. We can't get that person's blood because that person got diabetes because they've been drinking too much Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid don't wear off? No. But can Kool-Aid people with Kool-Aid, been drinking Kool-Aid, can they give breast milk to people? Can you drink a woman breast milk if she been drinking Kool-Aid? Would I be drinking her, would you get it? Think about it. If I'm vaccinated, if I've been drinking Kool-Aid and she's been drinking Kool-Aid, should I get breastfed from her? Or is it cool to, to get breastfed and have her skeet milk all in my mouth? It's okay? Is that okay? Can we exchange body fluids, you know what I'm saying, we vaccinated? Or blood transfusion, can we do that? So only people who drink Kool-Aid can do that now, you know what I'm saying? Only people who drink Kool-Aid can give each other blood transfusions. Hold on, what kind of blood you got? I'm A1, B1, C1, 19. Well, we can't take the 19. We can do all the C1, B1, 4-1, but we can't take the 19. Because this person ain't got the 19. They never had this. And when you come in, okay, we want to say, before you get this blood transfusion, have you been drinking Kool-Aid? No, I haven't been drinking Kool-Aid. Well, we don't know what to do with you because we only got Kool-Aid blood up in here. We sorry. So you got to go get a shot. You got to go drink Kool-Aid so we can go get you some more Kool-Aid.
As I've often said, and I again repeat, you can make a reasonable assumption that it would be protective, but natural history studies over a period of months to years will then tell you definitively if that's the case.
Months and years. Now, okay, now, why I can't wait that month and years? Why are you telling me or forcing me to try to do something now? Why I can't wait that month and years and see if what I'm saying is right?
Humanitarian, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best people we've ever seen in the world of sports. But on this particular issue, his unwillingness to divulge where he stands.
See, and when you don't want the Kool-Aid, right, and you say you don't want it, they try to force you to drink it. But when you say, I don't want to tell nobody if I drunk the Kool-Aid, they want to force you to tell. No, you want to tell it. Wait a minute. I thought this was America. I thought I had a right to have privacy to my medical issue, my medical, you know what I'm saying, what I take and what I don't take and stuff like that. I thought this was America. Why do you want me to expose my medical history on national TV for people to judge? You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, what more information do you want of my medical history?
and why he feels whatever it is that he feels, I'm going to say that it's flagrantly inconsistent.
Huh? Now they're trying to say he's inconsistent because you've been following us. Look, they're trying to say, look, LeBron James, nigga, you've been doing what we're saying so far. You've been jumping on our side so far and agreeing with everything we fucking say. Every time a police gets shot, you don't say nothing, you don't raise awareness. But every time one of these niggas get shot in the hood, you want to wear your little fist and bow your little head and wear black and do marches and protests and all that old shit. But you don't say nothing when these little kids get shot. So this is right in your realm. But we don't talk about that shit, so you shouldn't talk about this. But we do talk about this Kool-Aid shit. So when you don't talk about the Kool-Aid like we want you to talk about Kool-Aid, you're out of line. You are not allowed to have a mind of your fucking own, LeBron. Who the fuck told you can think by yourself? We told you not to meet that black police officer that wants to talk to you and bring awareness to the crime, the poverty, the mental health issues, all that happening in the city you play for. But you didn't want to talk to that cop because he has something real to say. But now they're coming at you because they're asking you the question. Don't you think you should get the Kool-Aid? And you got to answer. And then when you answer, now they're going to want to see proof. You brought this upon yourself. Now you got two niggas on there talking about you. Look, two niggas, a gay dude and a dude in sports. I don't want to say the words because I might get flagged or banned or something.
With all the positions that he has taken and the reasons he has used for taking those positions. Days before his playoff game against the Phoenix Suns was at his agent's house, Rich Paul in Beverly Hills. The event was outdoors. The individuals that were in attendance were all tested. All of those safety protocols and the safety measures were taken to ensure that there was no danger whatsoever. But the reality was an abundance of people.
Look at that. You got Michael B. Jordan, you got Drake, these are like the fucking yin gang. I mean, we call them dudes, no, we call them dudes motorsport. We call them dudes, the Migos, they look like the Migos right there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, this is like some type of Bill Clinton pervert ass motherfucker. Like, what is the white dude doing what the hell the white dude doing in the middle of all these niggas? Look, and it go white. He's a record label producer, son. They go, look, they got all the white niggas on this side. They got all the white niggas on this side, and they got all the niggas on this side. This is racially motivated.
Didn't know that. So when you saw a picture of LeBron James at this event, you had fans all over the country talking about, wait a minute, there were NBA players that were sat down because they put themselves in those compromising positions. And as a result, you never know what could happen. They could potentially contaminate a person without knowing, or all of this other stuff. Again, that turned out not to be true. But that wasn't something that LeBron James enlightened us about. The NBA enlightened us about it.
Let me read the statement.
Other people in the NBA did that, but not LeBron James.
Huh? Look at them. They switching on LeBron James. All that clapping your hands LeBron was doing he was doing for LeBron about social justice and all that shit. Now they turn a complete about face, and now they fit lambaste his ass.
Why would you not do that?
Let me read the statement, and then I'll let you continue here. So the statement says, to clarify any remaining misconception, LeBron James briefly attended an outdoor event last week where participants were required to be vaccinated or return a negative test result. Under current NBA rules, vaccinated players are permitted to engage in outside activities, including their individual commercial arrangements, such as sponsor appearances or ad shoots. So do you think this statement is implying his vaccine status here, his vaccination status?
I'm not going to say that.
Or I think.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. They are sitting up here worried about another man's health. It has nothing to do with them. They pointed out. They're exposing. They let you know if you get out of a line as a Democrat or as a liberal, we're going to put you back in your place. That's just what the fucking slave masters did back in the day. Every time a slave got out of control, they put his ass back in his place. They don't give a fuck if you a house nigga, the field nigga. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck if you the head nigga or the broke nigga. I mean, or this whatever nigga, you know. But they're gonna put your ass back in your place, just like they putting LeBron James back inside of his place. You stepped outside of protocol.
He should talk to people, and he should be more forthcoming about how he feels about the vaccine, or at least promoting. I think he should actually get out there and promote people getting the vaccine.
Huh? I think he should get out there and promote it, right? But since he's not going to promote and things like that, they're going to make LeBron James look like the bad guy. And it all started when they started stop fucking with LeBron James after that police tweet. They're like, oh, LeBron James is getting out of control now. Guess what? We got to reel LeBron back in. We got to reel him back in. Now things are going downhill for LeBron because the sports show starting to talk about him. Charles Barkley starting to talk about him. These niggas starting to talk about him. Kwame Brown starting to talk about the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Everybody starting to talk about LeBron now. And guess what? They build LeBron up, and when they don't need your ass no more, they're going to break your ass down. They got a new nigga they messing with now.
Because we really...
And his name is Benjamin Crump.
Really needed. People have died. Black people have been overly affected, more so than any other ethnicity.
For real? More than the Indians? Is that what they is, right? Is the Indians, people in India called Indians? I don't know. Is the Indian people in India called Indians? Jennifer! Hey, what's up, Jennifer? What you got, Jennifer in the house? Huh? Jennifer in the house. What's up with you? Who else in the house? What's that? Coop to counter coop. These motherfuckers got some crazy names up here. Little 717. That's an easy name to remember. Who was that? Rosenhead. That sounds like the sexual position my baby mama might have with a nigga. Latin Patriot. He sound Hispanic. Latin Patriot sound Hispanic. Latin Patriot. You see all these niggas on here? Latin Patriot sound Hispanic. He like these niggas on here be turning their people. We don't do that shit. The Spanish people don't do that shit, Latin. I'll be forever rocking 33. Well, I'll be forever rocking 94. You the new drug called the new drug, you know the new drug called Geofloyd. Whoa, that's a new drug gonna fuck you up. Thank you. What's that? Makeup Junkie. Thank you, Makeup Junkie, for the shout out.
By this, on the front lines and what have you, by COVID-19.
Yeah, and look, he was the one senator throughout the pandemic who was not wearing a mask in the Capitol. There were no mandates in the Senate side to wear masks. In the House, there were, because a lot of Republicans in the House Republican conference were not wearing masks. But he was the only one who wouldn't, and he would continually make the case, well, I've had COVID before, so I am immune, which is ahead of where the science is. The science says that
it wasn't ahead. It was saying that shit way fucking last year, and he's a doctor. Why do people don't understand? Rand Paul is a medical doctor. That's why he's getting on Dr. Fauci out. Like, hold on, didn't your company donate money to this lab and the coronavirus started from and all that sort of shit? Wasn't you responsible for that? Huh, Dr. Fauci? Wasn't you responsible for that, nigga?
We don't exactly know. Dr. Fauci has testified that you could be immune if you have the virus, but we also don't have the exact science that's out there.
You might remember, Mark, of Ebola in West Africa, where we showed that 2 types of different monoclonal antibodies were very effective in Ebola. And we hope we're going to see the same thing now with COVID.
So
So y'all hoping y'all see it was effective before, right? And so we basing on history and we basing on science. The history and the science says Gatorade is good. History twice. It's everything went fine. Science twice said it was good. It was enough. So why is it not good now? And why would you try to stick with what's been working as far as history? History's proving this shit is right. Anybody's work. Well, at least why don't you try to see if they work this time instead of telling everybody they should get it? Like you should get the Kool-Aid because we don't know nothing about the Gatorade. Well, let me keep on drinking the Gatorade and let me find out for myself. right? Because history showed Gatorade works. History ain't shown me nothing about this Kool-Aid. I don't even know what flavor this motherfucking Kool-Aid is. I don't even know if this is real sugar in this Kool-Aid. Huh? I don't even know if this is kind of Kool-Aid with the Kool-Aid man on the motherfucker. Where's the oh yeah nigga at? I don't know this Kool-Aid. This probably the 99, this not even real Kool-Aid. You gonna give me some shit and expect me to think it's real? What I've learned off of experience and from how my body feels and from what scientists have proven throughout history of time, that what I have in my body is all right for me right now. Until something changed, then let me know. Until the science change or until the history change, I'm going to stick with the history and the science. Ain't that what y'all say? Believe in the science?
He has been one that has been pushing this, but his line has been repeated by a number of Republicans in the House Republican Conference, a small group, but enough who are vocal and have a following.
Because they want you to be free and make your own choice about your medical issue or your medical procedures or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They want you to have the freedom to not expose if you've been vaccinated or not. They keep your medical history personal and secret. It's up to you to expose it. Not because a motherfucker want to make you expose it. I'm telling you, it's not. I mean, and the Democrats always want you to expose your medical shit. You know what I'm saying? They want the women that's killing these babies out there front and center. They got a whole damn clinic. They got an office for you to kill babies. They want it front and center. Big ass name on it. There's no secret. We are here to kill babies. Bring it here. Ah! Bitch, ain't no secret.
Who could, if they took a different tack and said everyone should get the vaccine, perhaps could convince those skeptics among Americans who refuse to get vaccinated, as we've seen from the polls.
Right.
See, so what he want people to do is he want the Republicans to go against every principle they believe in as far as freedom and tell people or convince people to go against their American-given, God-given right to do what they want with their body. If that's the case, if y'all holler, how you gonna say I can do what I want to with my body over here, but then over here you say I can't? How? How is it that a little kid can get a sex change and he can okay a sex change and deny sex change, but I can't deny drinking Kool-Aid? Huh? How is that? You want to make it free and shit like that? Well, let's experiment. If everything is going down at extreme numbers and things like that, well, let's experiment. If there's no test for the antibodies to see if you cool, let me take that test and see can I survive. But I'll be so motherfucking scared. I think as soon as they try to draw some blood, they'll be like, you got it. Like, wait a minute, I came here to get blood drawn. Like, no, nigga. You thought you was here to get blood drawn, nigga. We snuck that needle up in you. You got it. We were drawing blood and getting your ass with the Kool-Aid at the same time. Nigga, it was an extra needle on that motherfucker. We got your blood all right. You see all the needles we stuck in your ass? Nope, we didn't either. Boop, 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 we took 4 out and put 1 in. Why you wasn't looking? Like, wait a minute, you gonna wake up one time and you were like, what the fuck? Like, what? That wasn't no such and such shot. You don't know what the fuck they putting in you. Like, we gonna put this penicillin in you. Okay. You know what? We want to put this pain reliever in you. You know what I'm saying? To deal with that, we want to put this shot up in you to deal with that. Okay. Like, wait a minute. I still got the pain. And I got the chills. And every time I took the thing before, the Kool-Aid before, I never had the chills and slept 3 days and swole up. Now all of a sudden, I'm fucked up. That's because of diabetes, nigga. I thought I had diabetes medicine. Yeah, you did have diabetes medicine. Along with that, It would be so much fun if I could say the damn name of the thing. I got to keep on saying the extra shit.
And to that point, many of them, you can just overlay the map. Many of them are Republicans and conservatives from some states where Dr. Varkey laid out some of the reasons. It's not all politics, but where the vaccine rollout is behind and people in positions of authority and power are saying, I don't want to wear a mask on the House floor. Nancy Pelosi's wrong. I don't need a vaccine.
Huh? I bet you ain't no Democrat saying that. Think about this. There's not one Democrat that is stepping up and saying Americans should have the right to do as they feel. Not one. Everybody they're talking about that has something to do with freedom, they're talking about Republicans. Freedom of choice, they're talking about Republicans. They're not talking about Democrats or as a small group of Democrats telling you they don't want to get this and they don't want to get that. They're saying these are a small group of Republicans telling you you can be free.
Yeah, and it shows up in the House, right, which is where half of the Republican
You know, we can look back in a time in history where people were told to wear a gold star, and they were definitely treated like second-class citizens, so much so that they were put in trains and taken to gas chambers in Nazi Germany. And this is exactly the type of abuse that Nancy Pelosi is talking about.
I stand by all of my statements. I said nothing wrong. And I think any rational Jewish person didn't like what happened in Nazi Germany, and any rational Jewish person doesn't like what's happening with overbearing mask mandates.
And what they tried to do is they tried to twist what she said and make it sound like, oh man, she's talking about Jews. She's making an example of how people are marked because of who they are or what they stand for. It's the same thing. It's one faction of people looking down on another faction of people and judging them. You telling me I can't go nowhere unless I have this Kool-Aid package on me? Unless I tell people, like, look, man, I have the Kool-Aid too. I can't be part of society. Because this is just the beginning, because y'all saying it's different strands. The strands are going to get stronger, and it's another one going to come around. So what's one? When the other one comes around, am I going to have to take that one too? It's going to be a different one I got to take? Or is this the same one? Because you're going to keep on pumping me up with this shit, and I'm going to be immune to it. What the fuck is in my body when I'm immune to every fucking thing? Why they couldn't make this for any other fucking virus where you're immune to every fucking thing? Just take this virus. Whatever variation of shit gonna come, it'll take care of that too. Just keep on taking that shit in your body and you'll be fine. How do I know that? Because we told you.
Final hour. We start with this Fox.
And look at this, right? Somebody sent a death letter to Rand Paul's house. It had cocaine in it. They found out it wasn't nothing, no anthrax, and then it had cocaine up in it. But they sent this, right, because you know when his neighbor had assaulted him, they sent this with a fucked up note and some pot of cocaine.
News alert. Capitol Police are investigating a death threat targeting Senator Rand Paul.
Look how violent the left is. They beat up Rand Paul, threatened him, tried to kill him and his wife outside the damn Republican National Convention, sending death threats to his house, right? They just had a shootout at the Black Lives Matter protest, burning shit down all summer long. I mean, there's so much violence that happened on the left. All these, like I told my partner one time, the other day, do you think them people that was assaulting the Jewish people in Los Angeles, do you think for 1 second that they was conservative? You can bet your last motherfucking dollar they wasn't conservative. Them was liberals. Why you don't think the motherfucking news is reporting that? But they sure will report Jews would not replace us. And they didn't, and they wasn't nowhere near no Jews. There wasn't even no Jews in the community where they was at. They was saying Jews would not replace us in a place where there wasn't no motherfucking Jews. But then you got somebody that go and purposely seek out Jews, beat the shit out of them, and guess what? None of them even cover it. Nobody from that freedom, whatever, even beat a Jewish person's ass. Nobody even touched a Jewish person. But at this one, they beat the shit out of everybody. Look how violent the left is. They look for violence all the fucking time.
Fox News exclusively obtaining this photo of the chilling message.
Griff Jenkins joins us live from our bureau as the senator responds. And in addition to the imagery, white powder in the envelope.
That's right. Steve Ainsley, Ryan, good morning. Law enforcement has taken this very seriously. What we've confirmed so far this morning is that the FBI's Louisville field office is working in conjunction with the U.S. Capitol Police and the Warren County Sheriff's Office to investigate this letter filled with that suspicious white powder.
Cocaine, powdered cocaine. Ain't no suspicious white powder. It's cocaine.
Sent to Senator Paul's Kentucky home, and that image, as you mentioned, Ainsley, exclusively obtained by Fox News, threatening, quote, "I'll finish what your neighbor started, you mother expletive," showing a rifle, if you look closely, pointed at Paul's head, seen banged up in a neck brace, arm cast, and on a crutch, which is how he appeared following the 2017 attack by his neighbor. Now, in a statement, Senator Paul says, quote, "I take these threats immensely seriously. I've been targeted multiple times now." This comes just days after 80s pop singer Richard Marx tweeting at the senator saying, "If I ever meet Rand Paul's neighbor, I'm going to hug him and buy him as many drinks as he can consume." Now
look at that shit, right? That's promoting violence. That's telling somebody else it's okay to violate Rand Paul. It's okay to whip his ass. Because because he's a bad person, because he don't want to get the Kool-Aid. All of this because I don't want to drink Kool-Aid? You want physical harm on me? You applauding physical harm that already been done to me because I made a choice that I have, a freedom to make in America that doesn't allow me to drink Kool-Aid, and you want to bash me for that? Right? Possibly threaten my life. I mean, this could be a threat because somebody can see this and take it the wrong way. Liberals are fucking crazy. They're nuts.
After online backlash, Marx called it a, quote, "wise crack," but the senator not amused in the least and blamed Twitter for allowing, quote, "C-list celebrities to advocate for violence against him and his family."
Now, you can share this all day long. You can share a rifle, talking about you want to give somebody a hug and you was joking and shit like that. Why is it that the left is always allowed to take shit back? Oh, I was just joking. I take that back. Oh, I wasn't serious. You know what I'm saying? I take that back. You allowed to take everything back as a liberal. But if you was a conservative, you was to say some shit like that? Oh, man. Let me do some shit like that. They say I was bullying Joe Biden because I said his brain was deteriorating. Look at this shit. Social media.
This isn't the first time Paul has been a target of violence. At the end of last summer, remember him leaving the RNC convention here in Washington with that angry mob surrounding him and his wife, the police having to step in to protect the couple. And back in 2018, U.S. Capitol Police arrested a man who Paul said called his office and threatened to kill him. Now, the Capitol Police also tells Fox News this morning they hope to release more information this afternoon once they determine what is releasable. Meanwhile, Fox News has crews out on Capitol Hill and in the suburbs. We've not seen any indication of increased security or police activity as of yet.
And it ain't gonna be none because he's a Republican. He's a Republican. Now, I'm about to end this show because I gotta go on, but it's because it's starting to cool down. It's hot than the motherfucker outside right now. I wasn't going outside while it was hot, but it's cooled down now, so I'm about to get up out here, but I will be back. And I don't know why my I don't know why I can't get no shout outs on this show. So I gotta come back and do another show because it wasn't working for some reason. So I gotta come back and do another freaking show. You know what I'm saying? I gotta come back and do another freaking show because Deborah Cooney, you know what I'm saying, gave me a birthday donation. I didn't get a chance to show her donation. So I gotta come back and do another show. I'm doing another show for you, Deborah. I'm coming back just for you, Deborah. You know what I'm saying? I got to give you a shout out. You know what I'm saying? You see me down there. I got to give you a shout out, Deborah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But think about this, man. Think about this. you don't know what you drinking. You don't know what you putting in your body. You know what I'm saying? Your shit is going to die. You don't know what you putting in your body because you can get diabetes. And you don't want diabetes. We don't know what kind. I never had diabetes. You don't know what kind of people. You don't know what kind of people these is giving you. This Kool-Aid that you're supposed to be drinking. I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it. These people are telling you everybody got to get it. Why? What if everybody gets it and it don't work? Then what? Then what? What if 100% of everybody get it, and then a year down you say, you know what? It don't work because we didn't have nothing to measure it by. But since everybody got it, guess what? Everybody got it. When you pass it on, I mean, do I pass it on to my baby? If I got it and my wife got it and I got to keep on taking it and it stops showing to stay in, do I pass it on to my baby? I don't know, because I heard of a flu shot, and you know what I'm saying. And I never heard you passing that on. You know what I'm saying. But it's certain things that was proven to mess up babies when you get these certain medicines and Kool-Aids. So are you telling me that I can pass this on to my baby? That would be bad. That would be bad. Anyway, everybody here, I'll see y'all later. Deborah Cody, I will be hollering back at you. I'm out.